Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about history of Detroit. Beginning of the 20th century. As Detroit entered the 20th century, its population grew immensely, and in 1910 was the ninth largest city in the United States. Detroit was not only home to the auto industry, but also produced metal crafts, rail cars, stove works, paints, iron, brass, and copper. Let's talk a little bit about the 1910s. By 1910, an African American middle class was established. The late 1910s saw World War One, and Detroit fought valiantly as it did other Americans. After the war, Detroit grew geographically to 77.9 square miles. The city also developed culturally with the opening of Detroit Institute of Arts and the Fox Theater, many other movie houses. Now let's talk about World War II. After World War II, Detroit was leading the country's economy and accounted for one-sixth of the country's employment at mid-century. Post-war abundance allowed for many improvements in the city. However, Detroit was racially segregated and conditions were beginning to worsen. The period after World War II in Detroit is often times discussed throughout a racial discourse of black and whites. This is partially because these two groups were in the major residents of the city. Now, Detroit witnessed two major riots in the 20th century, one in 1943 and one in 1967. Many argue that Detroit has not bounced back from the riot in 1967. Also, the effects of deindustrialization were hard hitting to residents of the major city in 1967. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the 1990s. The 1990s were a time of questionable fashionable choices, leaps in technology, and political ups and downs. In 1998, Michiganders watched Somberlia's Hudson department store was demolished following economic decline in the city of Detroit. Detroit's own Marshall Mathers, more commonly known as Eminem, rose to stardom in the 1990s with the release of his first AP, Slim Shady AP. Now, in the late May of 1998, Michigan was hit with a destructive line of tornadoes that caused $178 million in damages throughout the state. 4 people were dead and nearly 150 were injured.